Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run through a Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And in this episode, we're continuing on with Donut Land, as we have to go back into Donut Land 2 in order to get the normal exit, because we got the secret exit, which unlocked the Green Switch Palace in the last part. Mwaha.
Oh, so you're telling me that sometimes you have to do the level twice because it does
Sometimes you have to do the level even more than twice, especially if you're bad at the video game, Mr. Cloud, which I tend to be. It is a small problem that the secret exits don't actually count for normal exits, but it is a thing that they have continued on with for literally every single other Mario game since this one. So...
Well, I suppose by your prerogative, do you want to get the green switch or do you want to just end the level, then conceivably, yes, you would only have to finish the level once in order to make it to the next level of the main game, that is, the main route.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. If you do the secret exit specifically for Donut Plains 2, which unlocks the Green Switch Palace, you will not get a forward path to the next actual level. This drum section is honestly really, really nice. So we got all the dragon coins in this level, meaning that we get a 1-up for it.
Nice.
But as Annotations Grid mentions, yeah, I'm not good enough at the game to actually get all 5 dragon coins in a majority of the levels. So I do relish the opportunity, the few instances of me actually doing that. Now, so here we get to show off the slot roulette casino, whatever the fuck bonus game you want to call this one, and I got fucking nothing for it. Dang it.
Peace.
What you're supposed to do specifically is try to line up the center icon with the rest of the stuff that's around the board that's on a slot reel. It is actually something that you can cheese with particular placement. I'm just not actually all that good at it. Dang it, I missed.
And fly.
So what I'm trying to do here is get the Donut Plains Ghost House secret exit, because I require it specifically for later on in the game. Again, I am not actually all that good at this game. I'm good enough to beat it, mind you, but I'm not good enough to get all the exits. Nor am I good enough to actually get through it without a particular steroid.
I would be a touch intimidated to carry on through the game, realizing, oh, there is just like seemingly no end to the things that I'm missing in this game.
I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with this block being here. It is an interesting introduction to the coin snake block, but I always think that there's something more to it than that. But there actually isn't. Not here, at least.
And now we are again. We're just going in circles. Oh, okay.
They look like the same room, but they are not.
Oh, so they were screwing with us because
that is the thing with the ghost houses in Super Mario World. They all are puzzle levels, and sometimes the puzzle is just figure out how the hell to get out. But most of the time, the puzzle is specifically, hey, how do we get to the secret exit? And
how do you get out?
Getting out is not usually all that big of an issue when it comes to the ghost houses, but getting the secret exit usually is. Come on. There's the flying Koopa. And there. So by jumping on the flying Koopa, you can get a cape feather. Then by hitting start and select, you can exit out of the level for free.
Right, because you can carry with you the power-ups that you get. Let's give the Boo House another try.
Yes.
Because
And
the last time the Boo hit us on the way up and it knocked the feather out of us. Whee!
So, this is the alternate exit, but I also want to get some of the lives that are there. And there we go.
26.
It looks like it's the same exit, but I promise you, this is the alternate exit. Unfortunately, something that they would do significantly better in later Mario World games is they would actually identify when an exit is a secret exit or not. And so we have entered the top secret area. What this area does is allows us to get a free Yoshi, as well as a free as 2 instances of the Cape Feather and 2 instances of the Fire Flower.
Well,
So, moving on. This is actually the hardest level in Donut Plains. If you want to skip through this level using the Cape Feather, you can. There is enough room to actually build up enough, or you can grab this blue Koopa and just fly over everything.
yeah,
Who needs to do platforming? We have flying Yoshis.
Got it.
But you have to be careful because sometimes Yoshi will finish eating the Koopas. So.
Yeah, our latest contestant. Got the first one. Got the second one.
Yay!
Look at all the lives we're getting. Dang it. No. Okay, we gave it a shot.
Oh, well.
Thank you for playing. Man, the freaking variety package deal that goes on in Super Mario World strikes me that while they had carried over a lot of things into Super Mario 64, like the power switches and the aspect of hidden things in the maps, one thing that was lost probably because of the slower speed that it had to introduce content in a 3D environment is little Donkey Kong Country-like mini-games that I've come to appreciate about, well, the Donkey Kong Country series.
No, my Yoshi! I wanted the Omni Shell and then I got greedy. Dang it.
My Yoshi! My extra feet and hide! My Gabe!
Ouch.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, as mentioned, I am not actually all that good at this game. So now that I have to actually, do the platforming, it's time to show off how bad Gerdit actually is at this game in general.
All right. Well, I mean, Gerda, for goodness sake, you're not the only one who's inconvenienced by losing power-ups as a result of getting hit.
True, but but Mario only has to suffer through it for a small period of time before he, blacks out and ends up at the start of the level again. Ouch.
And we got our first game over. How
That
about
is not our first game over, it is our first death.
Oh, right. Game over versus death. Gotcha. Indeed, it is two different things. You do not want to get game overs, but dying is okay. Dying is always okay. It's just a game.
And yay, got him. All right.
Vengeance. Now we will use the very platform that he had used in order to launch the Hammer of Doom upon our heads.
Damn it, we missed.
Missed what?
We missed the one-up.
Wait. Easy come, easy go? Like a lot of this game?
Yeah. Boosh. The cannons specifically are a bit weird in this game. If you are actually inputting a directional input, even the correct forward one, you will actually end up being fired out of the cannon with significantly less oomph than you would want.
Got lots of extra hits. See, Crash Bandicoot, he gets single Aku Aku, double Aku Aku, and then temporary invisibility. Mario, he gets power-ups, he gets Yoshi. and then he gets another hit in case he gets hit again. I think that's about. So the rule of 3 I noticed had become something of a thing for these 80s to 90s platformer type games. Is they're only going to give you 2 extra hits before you definitely are going to die if you get hit again.
And we got to do the 100 star points minigame again. Maybe this time we'll actually get some lives, Mr. Cloud.
Maybe. Well, we're doing so gosh darn well. Nice.
Yay,
Awesome.
4 for us.
Flooping, yeah. That's a game.
Alright, on to Morton's Castle. Morton is actually, I would qualify as the easiest of all the Koopalings to fight. His castle is honestly one of the more difficult ones, but in general, Morton himself is actually relatively easy. Behold the Thwimps!
Thwimp is a. I'm sorry. Is that canon or is that?
Yes, that is canon. The smaller thwomps are called Thwimps, and a thwomp.
That's a thwomp. Okay.
Yep.
Thwomps are big. Thwompy.
And dry bones. Mario only has one method with which he can actually kill dry bones. Actually, it's 2. He can attack them with the cape feather, or he can hit them with a power star. Either of those will actually kill dry bones, but nothing else will. If you can disable them for a brief moment by jumping on them or spin jumping on them, and yes, those are different actions, but they will get back up in a somewhat short amount of time. It's like, what is it? I think it's 5 seconds that they stay down. It's probably more than that, to be perfectly honest. But don't trust the timer up there. Very specifically, it's not actually going 1 for 1. It's slightly faster than 1 for 1.
Oh, of course. The game over timer that when the time hits 0, then you just die.
Yes.
Good to know that it's not keeping track of actual time spent, because players may realize that, oh, wow, that went a lot faster than I thought it did. Do not be deceived that the game has a funny way of more than just presenting its enemies and our eponymous hero, Mario, with his flowing cape and occasional spitting fire out of his balls.
Yes, as Annotation Good mentions here, a majority of the level design is entirely dependent on you getting the yellow switch, and it really wants you to get the green switch. However, the other 2 switches that we'll be getting, the red and blue switches, are switches that the game honestly doesn't design levels around that much. There are a couple of levels later on that the red and blue switches are required for, but not for main exits, just for secret exits.
I cannot believe that they made that guy the second boss. That was dumb easy.
The reason why Morton is the second boss is because his evolved version is actually the second hardest. Koopaling in the game. At least according to everybody else. I personally think that Wendy and her rematch are the 2 hardest Koopalings in the game. But Wendy's rematch is significantly easier than Wendy herself. So
that's a bit misleading of the narrative to say that he's just a memory if we're going to see him again later.
We aren't.
Oh.
Here's the thing: we're going to see an evolution of his boss fight later, but it's not going to be Morton. I think.
Okay.
Who takes Morton's pattern? It's not Ludwig, because Ludwig is very much the mini Bowser fight.
Ludwig von Koopa.
It's not Iggy. Shit. I totally forget. Anyway, Vanilla Dome 1. This is actually the first major level that I would always get stuck on as a kid. Specifically because figuring out how the hell to navigate this specific block maze was always an issue for me. And the thing is, you're definitely supposed to specifically get through this block maze with either the Cape Feather or Yoshi, so that you can get up there.
But the blocks are not tangible right now, so we can't get up there, and we don't have a cape.
That is not true. If I had kept our cape feather on, we could still totally get up there. And in fact, do I show it off here? I do not show it off here. So we're gonna go for the normal exit for Vanilla Dome instead. Power Star and go! We missed the one up again. Dang it.
So that is a clear tell. They want you to just go when you have the Super Mario Star invincibility.
Yeah.
Awesome. The game so far, I mean, you were criticizing the game for not being for being an imperfect teacher, which I conjecture
no.
is mostly true for new
I
players.
criticize the game for having a too fast of a tutorial. It actually does teach you a majority of what you need to know whilst you're playing through it. And to be perfectly honest, the first several worlds give you enough lives to where you are more than able to experiment with different types of interactions within the world. Thing is, even though it has all those aspects, it goes through a good portion of those aspects a bit too fast, and if you're playing this over a long enough period of time, you're actually liable to forget specific controls. Like specifically the ability to kick shells upwards comes up a lot more often than you think, and yet it comes up rarely enough to where I end up forgetting about it. But we specifically are trying to go after the secret exit for Vanilla Dome 1, so I need to get my cape feather back.
So you can just come back to the top secret
area anytime.
Huh.
This is literally the biggest steroid that has ever been in a Mario World game. In the next episode, we will continue on with Vanilla Dome. Be safe, everybody.